An actor's filmography is their resume to getting future roles and the legacy they will leave behind. Almost every actor has had hits and misses throughout their career, and for Brendan Fraser, some of those misses are 2010's Fury Vengeance, 2003's Looney Tunes Back in Action, or even 2001's Monkey Bone. The less said about those movies, the better. But we aren't here to talk about his failures, but his successes. I'm Adam.
And I'm Emily from Does It Hold Up? And these are our top 10 Brendan Fraser movies. I know we're going to miss at least one of your favorites, but we are only ranking his movies that had wide theatrical releases. Comment below and tell us which movies we missed. Let's get into it.
Number 10. Inkheart from 2009. Fraser plays a man who can bring books to life simply by reading the words on the page. This may not be the first movie you think when deciding what Fraser movie you want to watch, but with a great cast including Andy Serkis, Paul Bettany, and Helen Mirren, you know the acting quality will be high. Some great action and an entertaining story help solidify this movie's spot on our list. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out.
Number 9. Crash from 2005. A Best Picture Oscar winner, maybe undeservedly so, but that's a video for another time. This movie boasts 3 Oscar wins and has a cast made up of so many big names, your head will be spinning. Fraser may not have the biggest role in this movie, but his performance is amazing and is one of the standouts. The story tackles some hard and taboo subjects, but it's a story that everyone can learn a lesson from.
Number 8. Encino Man from 1992. This is one of those ridiculous Pauly Shore movies, but the performances of Sean Astin and Brendan Fraser help keep this one from going the way of In the Army Now and Son-in-Law. Fraser as the caveman Link, a role he reprises in other Shore movies, is so lovable and fun that you can't help but enjoy what you're watching. The story is also an interesting premise with enough heart and joy to make this a fun one to see.
Number 7. Escape from Planet Earth from 2013. This is our first and only animated film on this list, but it's much better than the other animated options starring Fraser, The Nut Job. This is a movie that flew under everyone's radar because in 2013, audiences wanted animation to look like Frozen and Monsters University. Fraser voices the character of Scorch Supernova, and it's a lot of fun. Aliens are stranded here on Earth and must escape. A nice change of pace from the usual story of humans trying to escape an unfamiliar planet. If you've got kids, they'll probably love this one, so add it to your list of movies to watch.
Number 6. Airheads from 1994. Fraser plays Chaz, the lead singer and guitarist for a struggling band, trying to get their demo on the radio. Everything goes wrong, and they end up taking the radio station employees as hostages. Adam Sandler and the always fantastic Steve Buscemi play the drummer and bassist in Chaz's band, the Lone Rangers. From the toy guns they use to the concert they play, the craziness grows with every passing minute of runtime. On top of the good story and great performances, the music is also memorable.
Number 5. The Mummy Returns from 2001. Spoiler warning, this is not the only Mummy movie that will make our list. The sequel to a surprising hit, this movie raises the stakes up a little by giving Fraser's Rick and Rachel Weisz's Evelyn a child. Fraser and Weisz are excellent again, but the sequel suffers from a poor performance by Freddie Both as Rick and Evelyn's child. While the action and comedy are still amazing, there's this feeling like a lot of the story beats were repeated from the original. It's a lot of fun to watch, but it seems to take a step back in terms of quality, and honestly the less said about Dwayne Johnson's The Scorpion King, the better.
Number 4. Journey to the Center of the Earth from 2008. A roller coaster of an adventure film that allows Fraser to stand out in a new action film that doesn't revolve around an undead creature trying to destroy him. The visuals are amazing, and the story, based on Jules Verne's novel, is very entertaining. This is a rip-roaring good time even if the 3D doesn't hold up. It's at least a lot better than the sequel starring Dwayne Johnson.
Number 3. Bedazzled from 2000. If you want to see one actor give an all-time performance of switching between characters, you should watch James McAvoy Split. But years before that, Brendan Fraser was giving his all in this rom-com where he sells his soul to the devil for a chance at the woman of his dreams. He plays a guy named Elliot, but in about a dozen different ways, and each as spectacular as the last. The comedy is clever and well-earned throughout the story. Add in Elizabeth Hurley as the devil, possibly looking the best she ever has, and you have a recipe for one of the most underrated comedies of the 2000s.
Number 2. George of the Jungle from 1997. People may think of this movie as a knockoff Tarzan, but between Brendan Fraser as George and Leslie Mann as Ursula, the love interest, this movie is better than you could ever expect. Thomas Hayden Church also gave a great performance as the villain of the movie, Lyle Vandegroot. The story, the music, the physical comedy all work to create magic. George of the Jungle was a delight, and Brendan Fraser was a huge part of why this movie is better than Tarzan any day of the week.
And number 1, The Mummy from 1999. Was it ever a question what was going to be the top movie of our list? This is the movie that turned Brendan Fraser into a bona fide Hollywood megastar of the late 90s and early 2000s. His charisma carries the entire movie that is filled with excellent acting, strong action, and great comedy. It set up a trilogy that all went on to be box office successes. This movie was great from top to bottom and changed action comedies moving forward.
And that was our list of the top 10 Brendan Fraser movies. What movies did we miss, and what would your top 10 Fraser movies look like? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more great content, and click the bell to be notified when we release new videos.
Either way, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.